Ladies and gentlemen, what's the best Colorado car for you? We're going to find that out today. To my right is the brand new Volkswagen Alltrack, and to my left is the Subaru Outback. And let me cut to the chase. Take the Subaru, burn it with fire, and drop it off a cliff. Don't buy it, just get rid of it.
Whoa, 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 what are you talking about in the beginning of the video?
Andre, don't buy the Subaru, that's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think you're being objective here.
Yes, I am. Just because Subaru hasn't given us a car in over 5 years, since when we took the Outback up the cliff hanger, it wouldn't go, and since then they've shoved us, burn it, drop it off a cliff, don't buy it.
How about I review the Outback and then you review the Alltrack and we compare?
All right, let's do that.
Full disclosure, my wife and I actually own a 2015 Subaru Outback, very similar to this one, so I know a lot about the car. And what is a Colorado car after all? Well, it has to have ground clearance, all-wheel drive, it has to be big, has to handle a lot of your stuff, has to be able to handle snow, a little bit of gravel roads and off-roading, and it has to carry your skis, your snowboards, and your family to the mountains and back.
Style-wise, obviously the Volkswagen is a station wagon and the Outback is a crossover. If you thought you bought a station wagon when you bought this, you are wrong. Let me show you what I mean. The top of the rail here, Outback, is at my nose. The top of the VW is at my chest. This handles and drives like a car. This handles and drives like something that should go off a cliff.
Yes, I'll give it to Roman. The Outback is actually very tall, but it has these handy crossbars that stow away. Boom. The Alltrack doesn't have that.
Andre, you know that people in Colorado spend a lot of time doing expensive outdoor activities with expensive gear, so the price of a vehicle is very important to them. Now, both of these vehicles start at about $26,000, but mine is tested is just under $31,000. How much is yours?
$39,000.
How much is it?
$39,000.
$39,000 for a bloated station wagon. That seems like a lot of money to me, Andre.
But do you have the eyesight system adaptive cruise control in yours?
Yeah, I have two eyes right here.
Yes, this Outback might be a crossover, but it has a lot more utility, more cargo volume and passenger space. Let me show you. Here in the back seat, I can sit behind myself very comfortably. Boom! Plenty of legroom. Actually, plenty of headroom back here, and the Outback has 104 cubic feet of total passenger space. In the Alltrack, it's 94 cubic feet, so 10 more here. Let me show you what 10 extra cubic feet looks like. It's much tighter back here for me. On legroom, definitely. I'm sitting behind myself once again, and headroom, including this giant sunroof, is a little bit of an issue. The utility advantage continues with the Outback with 35.5 cubic feet of total cargo volume behind the rear seats. In the Alltrack, that number is 30.4. That's a significant advantage, over 10%.
BFD, big freaking deal. So Andre's got roof racks and 10% more cargo volume. You can get a German Shepherd in there plus his purse dog. What really counts is what's under the hood. And I've got a 1.8 liter turbo. That's turbo for what you want up here at a mile above sea level. It puts out 170 horsepower and 199 pound-foot of torque. And best of all, it is mated to Volkswagen's 4Motion all-wheel drive system. And yet better, and best of all, you can get not one but two, Andre, two transmission choices. A manual, 6-speed, and of course, a dual clutch DSG 6-speed. That thing, I think it's got 3 letters, Andre, right? 3 letters for the transmission that everybody loves?
Yeah, those 3 letters are CVT, continuously variable transmission. And that's the only transmission option in the Outback, but Subaru is well known for 3 things. It's the all-wheel drive system, it's the horizontally opposed boxer engines, and of course, fuel efficiency. Under the hood of this one, this is the R model with the big 3.6 liter H6 horizontally opposed 6-cylinder with 256 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque. And there's no replacement for displacement. This engine is twice the size of that cute little engine in the Alltrack, and the only way to find out which is better is to do a drag race.
All right, Andre, Let's do this. Let's go drag race. By the way, what's the EPA combined on yours?
It is 22 mpg.
22? I get 24 combined.
But the 4-cylinder version of this Outback gets 28.
4-cylinder, 6-cylinder. I'm gonna kick your ass either way. Let's go do this. So we have turbo versus boxer, CVT versus manual. He's got more power than I do, but he's also got more girth.
I'm glad that Subaru has kept the 3.6 liter H6 engine, because it's been around for a while and it's actually a solid engine. It's powerful.
Go! Oh yeah. He's long gone. I mean long gone.
What? Where's the power?
That wasn't even a race. He's not even in the same state as I am. That was really fun. You weren't even in the same state, Andre.
You know, I floored it.
Yeah?
But there's just a delay. There's kind of not much there.
I mean, I got a pretty crappy start, and a guy on, let's call it a modified scooter, would have beat you.
No, let me try this again.
All right, one more time. Yeah, 3 letters. CVT.
That was strange. Nothing was happening for a little while, and then the engine kind of spooled up. Come on, Subaru. You can do this.
Go! I bogged it, but it doesn't matter.
One first gear. Come on. Where's the power?
Hey, it matters nothing. I'm pulling away. Oh yeah. I messed up that start and I still killed you.
You know what happens is I floor it, but the RPMs just kind of take their time. And then finally it goes, but by then it's all lost.
And that's the big ass engine.
Yes.
Imagine if you were in your car. All right, Andre, so while I can't be objective about the Outback, I can certainly be objective about this car. And
Okay.
there's actually a lot that I don't like about this.
Really?
So, yeah, let's start with the transmission, the 6-speed. It's like shifting with a garden hose. I'm gonna hate to say this, but it's one of the few cars where I would actually buy the automatic over the manual. Also, you know, I was just in Europe driving the Golf variant, which is another version of this.
Okay.
And it had much better seats.
Really?
These seats are built, I think, for big American butts, and that means that they're not comfortable to sit in because they don't hold you in place. You kind of flop around.
Both of these cars have off-road flair. Literally, they have cladding on the bottom, but the Outback wins the ground clearance competition with 8.7 inches right here versus 6.9 inches in the Alltrack. We took the Alltrack on our Gold Mine Hill off-road test and it did really well. It made it all the way to the top. The Outback, we don't want to take it up Gold Mine Hill because this one belongs to our friend and we don't want to risk it.
We're in the Outback, Andre, but there's got to be something you don't like about it.
It's the CVT. Yes, it's cliche,
Yeah.
but it does several things well. The
Okay.
fuel efficiency is good, but daily driving is not great. For example, transitioning from reverse to drive,
Yep.
there's like a second delay in there. And yes, it does have a manual mode where you can actually use paddle shifters to pretend it's a 6-speed, right?
How is the reliability? But have you had any issues?
Yes, reliability has been somewhat of an issue. The drivetrain is solid,
Right.
no issues, but there's some electrical gremlins,
Like,
the window control switches were replaced about 4 times on the passenger side under warranty.
Andre, if it were your money, which car would you buy? Well, never mind. I know which one you'd buy because you bought the Outback. But on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, I'm going to give the Outback a burn it with fire and drop it off a cliff.
What? Why?
Because a company that won't loan us cars doesn't deserve to be rated. As always, this is Roman
And Andre.
saying thanks for watching, and check out tflcar.com for more news, views, and of course, buy it, rent it, lease it, forget it, or burn it with fire and drop it off a cliff reviews. See you guys next time. Ciao.
So what does it mean? The Alltrack is the car?
It means I can't be objective, Andre. That's what that means.
Obviously, Roman cannot be objective, so let me give you the rating for both cars. The Outback is a buy it, but only with a 4-cylinder because of the added fuel efficiency. But my choice for this comparison is actually the Alltrack because of the manual transmission option and that turbocharged engine.